Hey everyone, what is going on? It is Nathan here and welcome to the best of 21 series between TheViper and Jordan23. This is going to be absolutely amazing. I just can't wait until I see all 21 games. They are going to be so good to watch, and definitely they're going to be really fun for these guys to play as well. This was actually played back in January, so it has been about 5 months since it was played, so I am kind of behind in terms of actually viewing it. Some of you may have already seen it, some of you won't. I was one of those people who haven't actually seen it because I wasn't so active back then in the AOC community, but here I am now, spectating Game 1 out of Game 21, which is going to be amazing. And we have got these two absolute tyrants, literally tyrants of AOC here, and right now basically these two guys are having a little bit of a psychological warfare just to insult each other as much as possible. Great stuff indeed. Great start to an anticlimactic game actually, because this is a Hun war on Arabia, which isn't so exciting, but I can definitely assure you that the next two games will definitely be a lot different. They won't be usual Hun wars. They won't even be the usual standard maps either. I think this is probably one of the few Arabia games that have been played. Most of the other games were played with different civs, different really awesome civs, which we don't really see that often, and also different maps, which is going to be absolutely amazing. It's going to be awesome. But without further ado, let's go and introduce the players over to the southeast of the map. Playing in yellow as the Huns, of course, we have TheViper, and he is obviously going to be against Jordan23, and he is going to be playing as the Huns as well, all the way to the southeast of the map in the grey, and these two guys are playing in their usual colours, grey and yellow, Jordan23 and TheViper, and man, these two guys are basically like brothers, really. And the reason I say that is because these two players just play with each other so many times. They just play with each other. It sounds so strange, doesn't it? Play with each other. No. They know each other so well. They're really good friends. They have a very nice bromance going on, and yeah, they're great. They play with each other all the time, so they kind of know each other's playing styles. They know what each other might go for, so it's kind of like playing with yourself, if that makes any sense. But it does sound a bit weird, playing with yourself, and yeah, it's okay. But even so, apparently they did say there was a bit of lag, but obviously since this is a recorded game, there is no lag in a recorded game. This is of course not live. It was about 5 months ago. And it's going to be pretty cool. Obviously, an Arabia Hun war, not really the most exciting start to what would be an absolutely amazing tournament. But there we go. I can assure you that the next few games will be a lot more exciting. But nevertheless, since we do have these very top-rated players, we're going to see two really great a great game. And my God. The chat is amazing. I just love seeing those guys chat, all their lovely little stuff there, having a little bit of an argument, but it's fine. And as you can see here, Jordan and Jordan's definitely going to go for a drush. He has got these 4 villagers onto wood, so that's saying that he will be able to get a barracks up very shortly, perhaps in the next minute or so. Well, definitely in the next minute or so. Meanwhile, Viper, well, he is not going to go for a drush, it seems, but as you can see here, he is not, I don't know, what am I saying? At the moment the Viper's just scouting around Jordan's base, scouting around him just to see what he can find. Obviously he wants to find the resources at which he can actually harass, and there we go, there's the barracks right here at 6 minutes 25 I think, and meanwhile Viper not really doing anything. It looks like he will actually be going for a barracks very soon. He has got quite a few villagers onto wood himself, and oh, the chat is hilarious. And well, since the barracks is going up, we will expect to see some militia coming out, and possibly going to get some militia out to do a lovely little harassment. Early harassment in the Dark Age is going to be good for him. That's going to try and get Viper's eco in a bad position, that's for sure. And we'll see how Viper reacts to this. At the moment, though, he's sending quite a few villagers. There we go, a wall off. Looks like Viper is going to wall, and that's definitely very interesting because Viper's not a guy who likes to wall. We all know that because he is a very aggressive player, and that means that he does want to play without walls. He likes to play very aggressively, forwardly, but also a barracks right here. I don't think he will be going for a drush. Obviously, he has clicked up to the feeder wage, so getting a barracks right now is going to be a sign that he will be transitioning into archers, maybe even scouts. I think he will be going for scouts, judging by the fact that he is luring in some deer, just to get that extra food in. Having a bit of a tough time doing so, but there we go. He has managed to push that fairly nicely to his own TC. Meanwhile, Jordan, where is he? There we go. One militia. That's very interesting. He's only got one militia out. I don't know what he's going to be able to do with this. He's also... Well, I can see that he has actually gathered some gold. He's already gathered 1 gold right here. So he can afford to make 2 more militia. But he is still getting more gold as we speak. And, well, Viper's going to be up fairly quickly. Much quicker than Jordan is. But that's not such a big deal because he doesn't really have such a big advantage at this stage. But there we go, there's a stable right here, and that confirms the fact that he is going to go for scouts. Definitely going to be a good choice, I think. I just love scout rushes. They're so good. I just love scouts. I'm a scouty kind of person. I just love to go around and doing lots of raiding, which is going to be great for him. So he could try to get that scout from Jordan. That's going to be good for him, but Jordan has clicked up to the feeder wage, so he has to G to the B. Otherwise, he will probably lose that fight, especially with that militia involved right there. But both these guys are willing to really engage in that little battle. I'm not surprised because they don't really have a lot right now, so they don't really want to lose the little bit they have. But Jordan now can see that Viper is going for scouts. So, what is he creating? He's creating some skirmishers. Okay, that's definitely an interesting choice. He can see that Viper's going for scouts, so I think archers are definitely going to be the better of the 2 units. Skirmishers or archers, definitely going to go with archers if you see your enemy going with scouts. Skirmishers just get absolutely destroyed by scouts. They just have such little HP attack, and they have a minimum range, which is always going to be very bad. It's going to mean that Jordan is going to have a tough time when he's trying to defend against melee units. And Jordan can actually lose a scout right here. Viper can try to pick it off if he can. I think he probably will be able to get another hit or so. And there we go. 2 more hits and that scout is going to die. But looks like Viper is not going to make it to him in time because Jordan's getting to his own base and Viper needs to get back, otherwise he will be in a bit of trouble. There's going to be a hail of arrows firing down upon him, but he's going to get back. Meanwhile, this lone spearman here just pounding away at these archer rangers, doing a fair bit of damage here. Look at that, that's already 160 HP gone from this archer range. Pretty impressive stuff from one spearman indeed. And Jordan's still massing those skirmishers, and well, he does have a population lead because these skirmishers, of course, are going to be really easy to mass. They're just so cheap. One of the cheapest units in the game. Either that or spearmen. And the spears are going to be a great choice for him. He has obviously got 1 spearman out already. Might go for a couple more. He's already got 1 here just to defend against what Viper has got. 1 spearman, probably not going to do a whole lot of damage, especially with this, well, 5 scouts here. Not going to be good for him. He could try to pick them off very quickly indeed. Already getting 1 hit, but that's not enough. And Viper's trying to get to Jordan's eco. So far not having a great luck, to be honest. He is just skirting around the edges, so that's not so bad for him. Meanwhile, Jordan is in a defensive position. He is going with the blacksmith right now, so it may be a sign that he will be getting fetching very soon. And as you can see here, Jordan is starting to mine lots of gold, but Viper's coming in here, going to get to the gold camp, probably going to get a few villagers, or at least try to hit them and harass them as much as possible. and that will be good for him. That means that he will be able to get the first blood of the day, the first blood in game 1, and that's probably going to go for the Viper. And there we go, there's one scout, one villager gone down. There may be another one, but it's kind of hard to see. These scouts are just blocking everything, but there we go, 2, wow, nice indeed. 2 villagers gone down for Jordan23. Meanwhile, Viper's only lost 1 scout. I'd say that's a pretty good trade. I mean, the cost saves everything, but of course, you have to create villages from the town centre. You can't have another town centre in the feudal age, whilst you can have more stables in the feudal age. So, the Viper definitely came on top of that one, that's for sure, and it's going to get into the wood line once again, or just right now even, and he's going to be able to do some more harassment, just missing that right now. He's going to bypass it, and looks like Jordan was trying to get that palisade wall up just to try and trap Viper in his base, but having little luck right there. Viper going to get out, and man, this is going to be bad for the Viper, back Jordan, and Viper's going to be able to actually destroy the skirmish army. He came in on both sides, which is going to be great for him. It means that he did manage to attack the skirmishers from both sides, so he is able to attack more of the skirmishers at a time, and man, that was a pretty good engagement from him right there. Very nice play from the Viper indeed, and Jordan's going to have to get back, or he would be completely destroyed by Viper's pretty large army actually. And well, Viper does not have any upgrades as we speak right here, but Jordan does have fletching, but that's the only thing which he has right now, and the Viper's going to try and get through his passive wall, it seems. And well, he's not really going to have a huge amount of luck trying to get through here. Obviously, as a scout, he can actually break them down quite quickly, but it seems like he should manage to get through across this cliff, and that would be a better decision to do. And well, Jordan is going to try and defend as much as possible. Let's just speed things up right here until we get to the action. Well, Jordan is going to be in a bit of trouble because Viper is in. He's in with these scouts, and he's probably going to try and find a way to Jordan's eco, but probably not going to try and defend, engage in Jordan's army. That's not going to be good for him because Jordan has got a pretty decent army. That's pretty huge. And Viper has to try and just try and skirt around the edges and see what he can pick off. Obviously, I think this gold location is not so great for Jordan after all, because it's fairly undefended. It's just pretty much in the middle of nowhere. It's very far from its TC, even though it is at the back. And I think that's a place that Jordan should actually try and defend, and I think that's a place which Viper should actually try and go to. But at the moment, it looks like he will be going towards Jordan's wood, and probably going to try and do lots of damage. Jordan is not, he's out of position, and Viper is in, and he's doing a lot of damage right here. Going to be able to take off a lot of out of lots of villages. But at the moment, though, looks like he's not actually getting any villages, it seems. But he did manage to disrupt his eco very nicely indeed, and also going towards Jordan's gold, and definitely going to get some villagers right here as well, because Jordan is out of position again, and he's having to try and chase Viper down. But Viper, since he has got scouts make a great raiding unit, and he did manage to take out one villager, but he did lose a scout in the process. And these scouts are pretty low on health, but even so, he did manage to get a lot of harassment done. As you can see here, lots of villagers just completely idle right now. And as you can see here, both these guys are going to go to the castle age very soon indeed, and pretty identical populations as well. And I think that the Viper is going to get to the castle age first, I think, but Jordan's got so many idle villagers. Viper did so much damage right here. Sure, he didn't actually kill any villagers off on this wood location, but he's coming back right now just to finish off what he started, and definitely going to get a few villagers. That villager is going to go down. Is it going to go down? Yeah, he did manage to snipe that one off very, very nicely indeed. And although Jordan did manage to repel, he's going to repel Viper's army right here, finally. He did manage to get a lot of economy harassment done, and Viper's got to the castle age, Jordan as well it seems, and I'm surprised. Viper is up at slightly earlier, but Jordan, I'm very surprised that Jordan actually got to the castle age at this stage at all actually, because he did actually get a lot of harassment done to him. so much harassment on this wood and quite a bit on the gold as well. That wasn't so great for him. But it looks like Jordan's going to try and get a counter-attack going, and that's definitely going to be a good thing for him. Obviously, as we all know, the best offense is best defense even is a great offense, and that's exactly what he's going to be doing. And he's going to be trying to snipe off some villagers. That's going to be good for him, and definitely going to try and get Viper's eco. Probably going to be able to snipe off this builder, and that's definitely going to be good for him. But Viper's going to try and react, and he's going to react by garrisoning his villagers into his TC, and probably going to try and get some archers towards this building right here, to this army right here, and well, another villager gone down for the Viper, and he's already killed 2 villagers off, but I think Viper did manage to kill a lot more, and the cast wage is done for Viper, and of course that obviously means that he will be going for Botkin Arrow straight away, and of course also that all-important crossbowman upgrade as well as transitioning into those all-important cavalry archers. You would be mad not to go for cavalry archers, especially in a Hun war, so this is very expected stuff indeed. And crossbowman is done for the Viper. Meanwhile, it's also done for Jordan, and wow, that's a pretty good snipe right here there from Viper. And I think Jordan is going to get surrounded and probably going to get taken out right here. Viper's got too many good guys, and he's going to get cleaned out right here. Cleaned up as he tries to escape, but not having much luck, because these cavalry archers are going to be able to block his exit, or at least try to kill him off as he runs away. And Viper's going to try and get towards Jordan's base and do some more damage. Meanwhile, a forward siege workshop, well, not really forward, a siege workshop from Jordan. Looks like he will be going for Mangonel right there. Good stuff indeed. Mangonels, as we all know, are going to be a great unit at taking out any archer units. They're just so good, and I wouldn't be surprised if we see some really great Mangonel shots from Jordan 23 here, and it's going to be really great stuff for him. Meanwhile, right here, he is trying to deny this TC. Not really having much luck right here, but he did manage to actually snipe off two crossbowmen, and looks like he is also trying to get through to this side, but then he has seen that this is completely walled. But then again, he could actually try to get through, just stand here, and he might even be able to reach these villages, which will be great for him. But Mangonel out on the field. A second Mangonel is being created right now. 2 Mangonels, that's pretty interesting indeed. And big Mangonel shot right here. Definitely good stuff from Jordan, and might get another one. Taking out a few more cavalry archers right now. Going to be good for him. That's obviously going to be a great thing for him to do. And well, let's see how Viper's going to try and micro against this. 2 Mangonel is going to be a bit difficult to try and micro against, but Viper's doing a good job at doing that. And so far, not having so much luck right here, microing like a bounce right here. And oh man, that was a pretty cheeky shot from Jordan right here. Gonna snipe that. Very good indeed. Looks like Jordan didn't actually manage to kill so many cavalry archers of those Mangonels, but he definitely managed to reduce their HP so that they would be much easier to snipe off later on. And also Night Out on the field as well for the Viper. And wow. Oh wow, this villager on 2 HP! 2 HP, man! Cheating death as we speak right here. That villager, so low on health. If Viper just tickled that villager, then he would be dead right here. Oh, that was so close. Viper didn't actually snipe that guy off, but that was pretty close indeed. But as I was saying, a Knight's going to be good for the Viper, that's for sure, because that's going to be able to deal with those pesky little Mangonels. Mangonels are the thing that's really killing Viper, it seems. And I wouldn't be surprised if Jordan manages to ungarrison that Mangonel and unleash absolute rocky hell on these cavalry archers. That would be absolutely great for him. At the moment though, he's not really doing anything. He's just massing up those cavalry archers behind his lovely wall of military buildings. And, well, not really having a lot of action right here. But looks like he will be able to try and do something right now. And probably going to try and engage. Meanwhile, we've got a Mangonel out on the field, and he's going to try and... No, he's not. I don't know where he's going actually with this mangonel. He could have tried to do a huge amount of damage right here, but at the moment, I see what I see what he's going to be able to do. If Jordan, oh man, if Viper is not going to react, he's not going to react. Oh man, huge shot right there. That was pretty decent indeed, and another huge shot. Man, Viper's crossbow army getting completely destroyed by one mangonel alone. Great stuff for him. That was huge. That was absolutely beautiful by Jordan23. I can't say anything else. That was amazing. Great shot from him right there. Killing about, I'd say, 12 crossbowmen right there. So good from him. Oh, that was beautiful. Great shot. Great play from Jordan. And man, Jordan's use of mangonels have been pretty good. Pretty darn good this game. And he is creating another one, so he's seen how good those mangonels were in action, so he's going to be able to get some more out. That's definitely a very logical thing to do. Definitely something which I would do in this case. And so far, Viper not adding in any siege workshops of his own, so that's not great. That's not really going to be able to counter these mangonels unless he goes for some more knights. But one knight isn't really going to do a whole lot of damage to these mangonels, because there's just so many cavalry archers here which are going to be able to kill off that knight very quickly indeed, especially with that critical mass which I think Jordan seems to have already. And well, two mangonels out on the field, and that's going to be good for him. We'll see how Viper's going to have to micro against that. So far, neither of these guys really trying to. They're pretty reluctant at engaging each other. Both these guys are kind of patrolling around their eco. But Viper is going to head towards here, and going to be met by these cavalry archers, and he's going to have to G to the B. Otherwise he will get completely destroyed by Jordan's huge cavalry archer army. But Viper from the south is going to be able to get towards the north, and probably going to try and chase down the army that Jordan has, or at least try to take out what he can. And if he gets through here, that'll be good for him, because he can actually kill off lots of villagers. But these two mangonels are going to come right and going to absolutely unleash an absolute torrent of firepower on these cavalry archers. Two mangonels, one mangonel, sure, that's not going to kill a cavalry archer in one shot, but two mangonels, that's going to be 80 attack overall. And obviously with cavalry archers with 70 HP, that's when bloodlines has been researched. That's going to be bad for the Viper, because Viper's going to be able to lose quite a few cavalry archers if two well-placed shots land on his vulnerable cavalry archer heads. But Viper's getting a mangonel out of his own, going to be good for him. We'll see what he can do with that. And right now, Viper's adding in some more archer rangers as we speak. But Jordan is probably going to go for a pretty forward offensive right here. Going to be able to push Viper right back, because Viper does not have quite a lot. He's transitioning into elite skirmishers. So that's saying something. And one mangonel is not going to do a lot of damage to two, but Viper also has two mangonels, so they're pretty much even. And there we go. We're going to have a huge army right here, big battle right here, sniping off that mangonel instantly right here. And wow, two mangonels gone down for the Viper instantly. Nice play from Jordan, killing off the things that are the biggest threat to him, those mangonels. Meanwhile, Jordan still has his mangonels, and he's probably going to do lots of damage to them. And Viper might even be able to, he's not going to get his TC up, it seems, because so many cavalry archers and so many mangonels behind, and Viper just can't engage, because if he tries to get towards John's cavalry archers, these mangonels are going to be the end for him. Look at that, huge damage right here. And wow, he did at that point have 3 mangonels on the field, which was pretty good for him. And Viper's been pushed right back, but he did manage to reclaim actually. He didn't actually claim it in the first place. He did claim this gold finally, and Viper getting another mangonel out of his own, going to be able to do some sneaky damage to Jordan, and Jordan is going to get cleaned up, it seems, because obviously Viper is defending, and it means that his replenish rate is going to be better than the Viper and Jordan's, because obviously his units have to travel less to get to the battlefield. And Jordan's going to have to G to the B, and let's see what's going to happen from here, because Viper's going to be able to push forwards, it seems, and definitely going to be able to get some damage done, because Viper has got a pretty large army, it seems, but Jordan is still adding in those mangonels, and those mangonels could perhaps be the game changer. Of course, mangonels could be the difference between a victory or a loss. Obviously, with that huge damage output and huge potential, the huge number of potential kills which this mangonel could do, and going to be able to snipe this mangonel from maybe. It's going to be close. It's going to be the battle of the micro of the mangonels, and that's going to be pretty interesting to see. And both these guys happen to micro their asses off right here. Not really having a huge amount of luck from Jordan right here, and Viper cleaned that mangonel off instantly, but Jordan also sniped that mangonel off from the Viper. And Jordan is being pushed right back right here, and looks like Viper saved up for a castle, it seems. He is definitely going to be able to get a castle up very, very soon. 294 stone, pi stone right now, and he's definitely going to get a castle up very soon, it seems. Probably one on the front, probably one on this hill next to this gold. That's going to secure this gold, that's going to secure this hill. That's going to be a good position for him to push down from. At the moment, though, also adding some light cavalry. That's going to be good at trying to killing off these skirmishers, these pesky skirmishers, and also any mangonels that try to attack whatever he's got. So, like, cavalry is going to be good, and if he actually just runs in here, he can actually kill off all of these units. All of these villages could go down to a few light cavalry, and it's going to be close. But I think that Viper has got a pretty good hold of this hill. He has got a pretty good hold of the game, it seems. He's been the more aggressive player, right? Oh man, huge shot right here, and he's been a bit more aggressive than Jordan, it seems, in this game. He did manage to attack more than defend, and well, the Viper's going to have enough for a castle right now. Going to get a castle right up on the front very, very soon. There we go, that's the castle I was talking about, and that's in a really good position. And this is looking very bad for Jordan. Jordan does not have a lot of resource at all, actually, and this could be bad for him. Viper on 150 population, Jordan only on 104, so Viper has got a huge population lead as well. And that's obviously because he has got a better economy overall. Huge economy, 3 TCs rolling right here, making that 4 TCs actually. And well, Jordan saying GG, Viper taking that game 1 right here, taking that first game, going to be good for the Viper. That's going to go to 1-0 to the Viper. So pretty nice play from the Viper, also great play from Jordan. I love that mangonel shots, those mangonel shots which he executed so perfectly. And there we go, that was game 1. And yeah, great play from both these players. So I have been NKZStryker Nathan, and I will see you in game 2. But in the meantime, I'm out.